Hello friends, welcome to GCA. I hope you all are doing good. So as I mentioned in my one video which was regarding the real GK questions, that very soon I will be coming up with the important lecture topics. So I'm beginning up with the relationship series, India's relationship with the neighbors as well as the major partners. So the very first topic is regarding the India-Israel relations, and this topic is not only important from lecturate but also from GD and personal interview point, because the question related to this are generally asked, as we all are aware that the India and Israel are the major strategic partners, so thereby it is very important to know the relationship between both the countries. So in this video I'm only going to cover up the data which is pertaining to SSB, but not go in much deep. Like for the UPSC candidates, they have to know everything, but I will not go in much deep. I will only cover what is required from SSB point of view. So again, without wasting any time, let us start. So I will cover this video in some parts. First, let us discuss the background or the history between both the countries. So Israel and India have some similarities, like both the nations have a long ancient history, both the nations have parliamentary system of government, and both the countries were colonies of British, and they got independence in the same year, that is in the 1947. However, the relationship between both the countries were not always warm, because after independence Israel was close towards USA, whereas India decided to remain non-aligned. However, it was closer to the Soviet Union. Then in 1950, India recognized Israel as an independent state, and it also allowed Israel to maintain a consulate in Mumbai for the easy facilitation of Indian Jews to Israel. But later on, India publicly kept a distance with Israel for next 4 decades, and the reason for keeping the distance with Israel is because of some reasons. The first reason is India wants to keep Arab countries humid, because India needs Arab countries for some reasons. The most important reason is oil, and because India is one of the largest importer of oil from Arab countries, whereas on the other side, Israel is one of the biggest enemies of the Arab countries. So thereby, in order to keep the balance, in order to keep the Arab countries happy, India publicly kept a distance. And the second major reason is because of India's large Muslim population, so that India feared that if they form a direct relationship with Israel, it might radicalize India's largest Muslim population. So that was the major reasons for India to keep a distance with Israel. But it was only in 1992 when India fully established diplomatic relations with Israel, and in the late 19th, majority of the Indians, they started going to Israel for studying various courses like agriculture technology and community development, and thereafter the relationship between both the countries blossomed. So in 1998, Israel was also one of the country that did not criticize India's Pokhran nuclear test, and even in 1999 Kargil war, it openly supported India by providing ammunitions and humanitarian aid. And thereafter in 2001, during the earthquake in Bhuj district in Gujarat, Israel also dispatched the emergency delegation team for 2 weeks to provide humanitarian and treatment for the victims. And similarly, after the 26/11 Mumbai attacks in 2008, Israel offered a team of special operations and for assistance in investigations. And thereafter, in July 2017, PM Modi visited Israel, and he becomes the first Prime Minister of India to visit Israel after a gap of 50 years. And during the visit, various agreements were signed between both the countries, and which further deepened the ties between both the nations. And thereafter, in 2018, Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, he made a visit to India where certain agreements were signed. Now let us see the major areas of cooperation between both the countries. So the major areas of cooperation include the defense, agriculture, and space. Now let us discuss each step by step. So in terms of defense cooperation, India is the largest trading partner of Israel after China and Hong Kong, and Israel is the third largest supplier of defense equipment to India. And the defense hardware from the Israel started after India made its plan of modernizing the armed forces at the beginning of this century. And thereafter, under the modernization plan, India signed various deals with Israel. For example, in 2011, the critical procurements were made, like India signed a deal for procuring 4 advanced Israeli Falcon AWACS, which is the airborne warning and control system, which are basically to detect the upcoming hostile aircraft and cruise missiles Then a deal was signed for for thousands of X-95 assault rifles for special forces. And the most important defense equipment that is supplied by Israel to India is the unmanned aerial vehicle, that is the UAVs. The examples include the Searcher Mark 1 and Searcher Mark 2, and thereafter the Heron UAV, which is still used by the Indian Armed Forces for the training purposes. Then in 2014, India signed a deal for purchasing the Swordfish ground radars and for precision guided artillery. However, the landmark milestone in India-Israel defense cooperation was in November 2014, when both the countries they jointly produced a long surface-to-air long-range Barrack-8 missile system, and this missile can be fired from both air, water, and land. Further, the contracts were also signed for jointly producing air-to-air missiles, and also India signed a deal of around $1 billion for purchasing more than 8,000 anti-tank guided missiles. And recently, in the month of March, we have signed a deal with Israel for purchasing more than 16,000 light machine guns of Negev company, which will be used by Indian Armed Forces and also the paramilitary forces. And along with it, we have also started a program to produce the Israeli assault rifles, Arad, which is Arad and Carmel, and these are M4 type assault rifles, which will be made in India. And the second major area of cooperation between both the countries is agriculture, and the cooperation in the field of agriculture started a decade ago, and it all started with the establishment of Center of Excellence, and there have been 7 India-Israel Center of Excellence in various states like Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Maharashtra. And the most interesting initiative is the establishment of olive plantation, which is in the state of Rajasthan. And along with it, number of Indian states they are seeking Israelis assistance in the latest advanced irrigation techniques like drip irrigation. So the most recent example is of Punjab, which is seeking assistance of Israel in drip irrigation. And over the years, India is getting immense benefit from Israel from in various agriculture studies like horticulture, nursery management, canopy management, dairy farming, and micro irrigation. And number of Indians they have been traveling to Israel for studying various agriculture courses, mostly the advanced techniques of agriculture. So this is about the agriculture cooperation. Now the third area of cooperation between both the countries is the space cooperation. So the space cooperation between both the countries started in the month of November in 2002, and recently when Prime Minister Modi made a visit to Israel in the year 2017, various agreements were signed between both the countries that also included agreements on space. The agreements on space included to jointly produce the electric propulsion system for the small satellites. Similarly, last year also Israel asked for ISRO's help in moon mission. Now talking about the economic cooperation, the bilateral trade between both the countries stood at $5.2 billion as of year 2016 to 17, and this is by excluding the defense trade between both the countries. And Israel is India's third largest trading partner after China and Hong Kong. The major exports from India to Israel include precious stones and metals, and on the other side, the major imports from Israel to India include chemical and mineral products. Now talking about another area of cooperation, that is the people to people contact. PM Modi during 2017 visit, he used the tools of soft power, that is the great people to people contact, greater state to state diplomacy, and the tourism is also one of the main factor for good relationship between both the countries. Number of Israeli people they have been traveling India's for getting detailed about the history of India and India's culture. Similarly, Indian tourists they have been traveling to Israel for various vacations, and even today 1/3 of students in Israel are from Indian origin, and for this Israel have been offering the postdoctoral scholarships to students from India. Similarly, India is also providing scholarships and also the government sponsored schemes for studying in Israel. So thereby Indian diaspora plays a major role in maintaining the relationship between both the countries. So this was about the people to people cooperation between both the countries. Now let us see the way forward, the future of relationship between both the countries. So talking about the future, the relations between both the countries will go more deeper because the relations have been now converted from the simple bilateral relationship to the strategic partnership when PM Modi made a visit to Israel in the year 2017. And even the PM of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, he mentioned that the relations between both the country is now called as the I square T square, which is the Indian talent and Israeli technology. So on the other side, considering the modernization plan of the Indian army, like we are now facing the threat of two front war. So the only option to fight the two front war is to modernize the army. So thereby in the modernization plan in the coming up years, we need to procure much of the latest defense equipments from the various countries, and Israel is one of the countries which provides the critical equipment with advanced technologies. For example, the critical equipments like UAVs, drones, and the radar. So thereby Israel is important from India. And another reason for procuring the defense equipment from Israel is like it offers security to the India. For example, the Russia is one of the largest supplier of arm to India from last 6 decades. But in the last 3 to 4 years, Russia has moved closer to China and Pakistan. So thereby, there is a fear that in the coming up years, Russia might supply the equipments to Pakistan, which India is already having. For example, there was a news that in the coming up years, Russia is planning to supply T-90 tanks to Pakistan. So thereby, there is a kind of security threat. But in terms of Israel, there is no such security threat because Pakistan has never recognized Israel as an independent state. And on the other side, Israel criticized Pakistan for Kashmir issue and consider it as an enemy because of the Muslim majority country. So thereby, Israel will never supply any defense equipment to Pakistan. So thereby, there is a kind of security from purchasing the defense equipment from Israel. And on the other side, from the diplomatic point of views also, Israel has always supported India in the international arena. For example, be it supporting India's bid for the permanent seat in the USC, or by supporting India in the entry into the NSG. And now talking about the current scenario, like India has now moved closer to the US, whereas on the other side, Russia has now established good relationship with the countries like Pakistan and China. So thereby, it is very important for India to maintain relationship with Israel, which is also a very strong ally of the US, to form a strong front against the Russia and China and Pakistan. So thereby, Israel happens to be the very important strategic partner for India in the coming of future. So this is all about India-Israel relations, and I have tried to cover this topic in a very brief and short span of time, and I have covered almost every important point which are required from the SSB point of view, be it lecturate or even in the personal interview. So this is all about today's video, and in case I have missed any point in the video, you can tell me in the comment section any important point of the relationship between India and Israel. So stay tuned for more such videos. Thank you and best of luck.